Oh, namaste, Andy. I saw you just came in. You're the first one here. You're early, but actually you're on time. Um, I wonder how I can reply back. It left already. Okay, well, I'm just in the book, and I'm still eating oatmeal. I don't know how I can reply. I see your messages, but I can't reply back to them. Hmm. Weird. All right, and I'm gonna assign you some con too, Andy, pretty soon after this. So I'm just looking at the book. And while we wait, maybe to try a problem. Um, mhm. How about, maybe we'll start with this one. I need to, you know what I need to do is bring home a whiteboard better so that you can see this better. This is kind of unclear, but all right, let me write down x squared plus 5x minus 24 equals 0. Yeah. Yes, I will upload it. All right, so if you wanna try that, we'll see. I saw maybe Damon's gonna come because I saw that he had subscribed. But so far, I think it's just you and me. X squared plus 5x minus 24 equals 0. So what we want to be able to do is graph it fairly accurately, okay? So more than just a sketch. So we want to find, for a good graph, the vertex and the zeros. The zeros. Oh, I see somebody else is on now. Who else? Who's number 2? Will it show me who it is? I can't tell. Whoever just joined, you should send a little chat message. So we know who's there. I know Andy's here. It's Madison. It's weird that I can't see. Maybe it's because I'm using my iPad, but I can't see who you guys are. But you see the paper. So try that one. X squared. And you guys, I assume you guys see each other's comments. X squared plus 5x minus 24. And to graph it, finding the vertex and finding the zeros, in other words, where it crosses the x-axis, right? Because the zeros are where y becomes 0. And let's do this by completing the square first. Because completing the square, what you want to start to think about, completing the square is, the purpose of completing the square is to put it in the vertex form so that we can, yeah, Andy's right. First find the vertex by completing the square, and then we can factorize it and find the zeros. So completing the square, that's really why we do that. So you guys go ahead and try that on your own, and I'm going to do it too. And we should all get the same thing. All right, so I have it's kind of a nasty problem. Half of 5 4 times 4 is okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put mine up, and hopefully you guys are close, or maybe already done with the completed square part. Had some fractions in it, right? Yes, Andy, that's exactly what I got too. X plus 5 over 2. I wouldn't write like decimals. It's better to write fractions. And notice one thing that I'm doing is when I did the completed square, I left it 5 over 2 squared because that way I reminded myself that's what's going to go here in the end anyways. So, oh, you can't see that. The lighting was bad. I'm sorry. So when I did that, when I did the b term and I cut it in half, where is it? I took the 5. Then I just wrote it 5 over 2 squared. But I also did need to do the math because I had to write it down here. So since I added it, 25/4, I had to subtract it from here. So I added it here, subtracted it here. Then I had to find the common denominator. So I made the 24/96, made it 121/4. So now I have it in vertex form. That's kind of a rough one to graph, right? It's gonna turn into a little sketch. The second part though, to find the zeros, this is where you got to be a little bit tricky because you'd be like, think about it a little bit. In the book problems, we were doing it this style, and at the end, you'd bring this over to the other side and you take the square root of both sides, which you could do, and actually I guess it won't be too bad. But if you could also go back to the original problem and just factor the original problem, because if the original problem factors pretty quickly, and it does, right? Because if you think 24, negative 24, so it's going to be x plus x minus, and the factors of 24 they're going to come to 5 are going to be 8 and 3, right? Positive 8 and negative 3. So you could also find the zeros quickly sometimes if it factors. You could do it down here, you should get the same thing, but it's going to be a little bit more tricky math, right? If you did it this way, you'd have x plus squared equals 121/4. My pen's run out because I'm writing sideways. Then take the square root of both sides. Oh my gosh. I gotta get a new pen. But you do it either way. So then you would find out where it crosses at negative 8. Let me get a different pen. So since it's x plus 8 times x minus 3, to equal 0, to equal this 0, you have to make x be negative 8. That'd be good. And this could be positive 3. So those are the two values for x that solve this equation, that make it equal to 0. So that's the parabola for us to graph it. It's going to cross at negative 8 way over here and positive 3. And since you know your coordinates, you don't have to graph it perfectly. you just label it. So the vertex we know is plus 5/2. So it's to the left 5/2, and then it's down 121. So you could just say negative 5/2 and 120. I can't believe it. Another pen's running out. It might be because I'm turning it upside down. All right. Yeah, that's why it is. Next time I'm gonna get a whiteboard to do this. I gotta figure out a better studio. Well, do you two have? You two are probably have the least problems of anybody. Do you have any questions that you want to look at from the book, or a question that came up on Khan that you're having trouble with that we could look at? And if you have a question, just comment. Just send it a comment, and then I should see it. This is just like a little experiment today. See how it goes. It's too bad you guys can't talk. It's kind of weird. Okay, I saw Andy, your comment says right now you don't have a question. What about you, Madison? Do you have a question right now? Oh, the food? Madison, no question either. That's my oatmeal from today, with yogurt and apples, and I put some cranberries. Because I got up this morning and I made it all. I didn't realize that I thought we had school. And then I was getting ready to go, and then all of a sudden got the message and I saw no school. So I just left it and just put it to the side. Went back to bed. All right, so Madison and Andy, no questions right now. Nobody else joined us today. Damon was thinking about it. Healthy nutrition is important, right? Healthy body helps your mind. Should we end our little experiment today with a singing bowl? And Andy says yes. And you guys on Monday or on Tuesday, we can figure out between the three of us what we can do to make this work better. We can do some more of this. All right, I'll do the singing bowl now. Sorry that I'm eating. And then we'll sign off. All right, here we go. I'm gonna practice this today. I'm wondering what would happen if I put like some water in it. If that will change the sound, because I know with wine glasses, you can change like the pitch and stuff. All right, here we go. Right now, there's nothing in it. It was a long time. I wonder how good the microphone was. I'm going to play this back later when we post it. Well, friends, Madison, Andy, enjoy the day. I think one thing, I'm just looking at it, I should bring a whiteboard home, and if we do another one, I should stick it up on the wall and I can write behind me. Or maybe relocate. Right now I'm in my kitchen, and the window's here, so the light's coming in. I'm not sure how, well, I'll look at the video too and see the quality. All right, well, you two enjoy your day and work on some of your, if you haven't done the next part of the con, work on some of that. I'll probably assign a few more things And I didn't see that last comment that you wrote, Andy. It went. I can't see the comments after they disappear. All right. Well, I'll play more with this. All right. You two enjoy the day. Peace out. I'm going offline. Namaste. See you, Madison.